everybody. Welcome to the start of Unit 3. And Unit 3 is all about the periodic table, and it's also all about subatomic particles. Yes, this is Taylor Swift in a chemistry lab wearing some visor goggles. I don't know why. I think this might have come from maybe a music video that she did where she was in a chemistry lab. I don't know. I just found it and I thought it was interesting and that you might like it if you are a big T Swift fan. So this particular unit has 5 learning goals for it, and we've kind of been getting introduced with the periodic table already, which is really nice. So you did your element project by this point. You have learned a little bit about where the alkali metals are located, where your halogens and the rest of the periodic table, what's the difference between physical property versus metals versus nonmetals, and then metalloids and noble gases. So this is kind of a nice segue into learning more about the periodic table. And the first thing is you will understand Dmitri Mendelev's and Henry Moseley's contributions to the modern periodic table. Dmitri Mendeleev especially is also known as like the father of the periodic table. Because as you've probably heard of already in some of the labs that we've done in class, he kind of helped put together the first one, and it's almost like a puzzle, which I think is very interesting. You'll be able to identify the location, relative mass, size, charge, and symbol for protons, neutrons, and electrons. You'll be able to calculate the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons in nuclides, and you'll also be able to identify the number of valence electrons an atom has. This is not a very difficult type of calculation. It's basically just subtracting or adding. And also the number of valence electrons, hopefully that sounds a little bit familiar to you because you should have looked up for your element project how many valence electrons your element has. You'll be able to identify isotopes and calculate the atomic weight for an element on the periodic table. And lastly, you will understand periodicity and in terms of atomic radius, ionization energy, and electronegativity. This unit is very big on the periodic table, and this last learning goal especially really is the whole basis as of why every element has a specific place. So it's not just thrown together in some haphazard way, but each element has a home. And I think it's really, really neat the way that they put it together. So let's go ahead and get started.